Metro Vancouver housing market saw steady home sales and listings activity in May, which is a shift back from the record-breaking activity we've seen earlier this spring. Let's take a closer look. Realtors registered over 4,200 home sales on the MLS in May. That's a 28% increase over the 10-year average for the month, and is a 187% increase over this time last year. But remember, that was the very beginning of the pandemic, and uncertainty was high. On the supply side, we saw over 7,100 homes newly listed on the MLS last month, which is up 93% compared to this time last year, and is a 10% decrease from last month. This brings the total number of homes currently listed for sale in our region to about 11,000. While this trend of accumulating supply is beginning to ease pressure on home buyers, we're still seeing a market that's tilted in favor of sellers. To understand this relationship, we look to the sales to active listings ratio. The ratio gives us a picture of supply and demand forces at play in the market. When the ratio dips below 12% for a sustained period, prices typically decline. When it surpasses 20% for a sustained period, prices typically increase. May ended this ratio at 39%. This suggests a clear seller's market. By property type, we see that demand pressure is most pronounced in the townhome market. We've now seen sellers' market conditions throughout much of the pandemic. These conditions highlight the need for increasing the volume and variety of housing supply available in our region. Looking at prices, the MLS HPI benchmark price for all housing types in Metro Vancouver is $1,172,000. This is up 14% over this time last year and up 1.5% over last month. So what's in store for the Metro Vancouver housing market in the coming months? We can't say for sure, but you'll want to pay close attention to a few key factors. The first is that sales have begun to ease down from record peaks in March and April. It's too soon to say if this is a change in direction. We'll need a few more months of data to say for sure. The second is the revised mortgage stress test that took effect on June 1st. This will reduce the amount home buyers can borrow by up to 4%. And the third factor to watch is the average 5-year fixed mortgage rate. It's been climbing back from historical lows to over 2% since the beginning of 2021. With less intensity in the market, home sellers need to ensure they're working with their realtors to price their homes based on current market conditions. Home buyers should do their best to resist the pressures of an active market and take the time to do their due diligence and ensure they're making responsible buying and borrowing decisions. For further housing market information, go to the Market Watch section of our website. For the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, I'm Keith Stewart.